Now, believe it or not, we are not the first civilization that has figured out this whole idea of how the Earth-Sun system operates. In fact, calendars have been set up by almost every culture to help them kind of determine significant events throughout the year. Now, these calendars would help them figure out when certain floods would happen. For instance, the Egyptians would know when the Nile would flood, when to plant their crops, when to harvest their crops, when they should go on a hunt, when certain animals were migrating. And they would oftentimes use these calendars to mark out a certain religious or spiritual significance throughout the year. And so throughout history, people have built these gigantic structures to help them figure this out. Now, this happens to be this is an astronomical calendar that was built in an incredibly remote area of South America in the middle of a desert that receives basically no rain. Yet they built this tremendous structure. It kind of looks like the back of a dragon here. But you'll notice that they have a series of kind of little fortresses along the way here, little structures along the way. And from this observation point here, what each of the gaps in between these kind of scales on the dragon's back would represent, they'd represent different times of the year. So during the summer solstice, or during the June solstice, I should say, so for them it'd be the winter solstice, the sun would rise and set here. During their summer solstice, it would rise and set here. So during their longest day of the year, it would rise and set here. During the shortest day of the year, it would rise over here, and then during the equinoxes, it would rise over here. So you would kind of see what time of year it is, and you know where you stood at that time. So they took a tremendous amount of effort to build this structure. You might recognize this one. This is called Stonehenge. It's over in the United Kingdom, and even though this might seem kind of like a haphazard grouping of stones, if you look on one day of the year, on the winter solstice, the sun rises directly over this stone right here. It's called the heel stone. And it's only on that day of the year that the sun would rise over that stone. And they used to have the ancient civilizations, I believe, used to have religious ceremonies that would indicate that was happening. And this is a location called Chichen Itza. This is down in Mexico. And what happens here, this is actually the whole structure represents the calendar, because there are 91 steps up each side here. And that 91 should sound a little bit familiar. That's basically the number of days each season. And you might say, well, 91 plus 91 plus 91 plus 91 adds up to 364. The 365 is the top step. So this actually kind of represents a year. Now, you might say, well, that's great mathematically, Mr. Lizey, but that's probably only a coincidence that happened that way. They just ran out of bricks at 91 steps. Except that's not the case, because on one day of the year, I don't know if it's the solstice or the equinox, what happens is that as the sun rises, the shadow cast by this side of the building creates a dragon shadow, and this is basically a serpent's head right here. You can see kind of this arched back along here. So just kind of some neat things to illustrate that these astronomical calendars, that the idea of how the Earth and the Sun are related to each other throughout the year, have kind of spanned the gap between South America, Central America, Europe. These were always of cultural significance to them, as they recognized the relationship between the Earth and the Sun throughout the year.